Rebel Without a Cause, released in 1955, directed by Nicholas Ray, and this was the second movie of the legendary James Dean. The first, of course, he earlier that year completed East of Eden. We also got to see the tremendous acting prowess of one Natalie Wood, who played Judy, and Dean plays Jim Stark. And also I noted that I saw a very, very young Dennis Hopper, who played one of the gang members. Okay, what have we got here? Well, it's an iconic movie, as I said, that was brought to the screen as a vivid insight to the excitement, despair, and the risk-taking of being a teenager in middle America in the 50s. We get a glimpse at sexual identity issues, juvenile delinquency and problems with authority, and the influence of parental values on how teenage offspring handled those very, very difficult years of their life. Jim, we meet him in the first scene. He's drunk and he's being picked up by the police. He's in the police station and he's not alone. In there as well is Judy. She's there because they found her. Apparently she's in a real emotional state. And we also come across another young man who's decided that his kicks are killing kittens, and so this gives you some idea of what we were dealing with teenagers in this movie. This scene sets the tone of the movie. The youngsters are retrieved by their parents, and it's all an extremely emotional roller coaster as the parents, in their own way, chastise the youngsters, and Dean ends up having a rant at his mother and at his father. We then shift to the Dawson High School. It's the first day of school, and it's the first day for Dean. And he's quickly targeted by a group as being an outsider. He manages to befriend a young boy called Plato, who's quite obsessed with him. And Ray, the director, has sort of hinted at sort of a gay affection in a narrow sort of way. Of course, it was 1955. We also get to see both households, and Judy's home is also quite dysfunctional. That's what led to her running away. She's slapped by her father when she requests some form of affection, and he sets her right on the wrong road by his actions. We also come to grips with two tragedies within the movie. There's the infamous drag racing episode, which I won't go into details, where it's all about male testosterone and also about a matter of honour, as Dean shares with his father at a later time. And romance, teenage romance, is touched upon, and it's dealt with in such a sensitive, sensual way. I found the first kiss between Jim and Judy to be one of the most beautiful things I've seen. A first kiss by a young teenager to another. It beats all those elongated sex scenes that we get used to these days. And then, of course, we have the finale where the police engaged in their atypical overreaction, which symbolises how America, even back in the 50s, was gun happy. And it's a tremendous piece of work. It was released shortly after Dean had lost his life in that famous car crash. It's in my top 5 for the year. I really do suggest that you go to see it, just to see Dean in his red leather jacket holding a cigarette. It's one of those moments that in movie history that really epitomizes how fantastic movie going is. Rebel Without a Cause, 1955, directed by Nicholas Ray.